Daylight, my MVVs, welcome. It's been alleged that an Ifa priest walked into the palace and warned Ooni of Ife not to do any cleansing for Tadenikawo until such a time where all his wives have left the palace of the Ooni of Ife, that it will be very, very dangerous for the Ooni of Ife to go ahead and try to do any cleansing for Tadenikawo right now. Now, the reason is because a month ago they said one of those Ifa priests who is in the palace said that it was time for them to do cleansing for Tadenikawo. You remember that last year there was a time where we had this issue of Tadenikawo's cleansing, making the rounds on social media where they say they needed to bring Tadenikawo to the palace so they can do cleansing. They were going to use that to do cleansing in the palace and all of that. Queen Naomi declined. Now, up until the end of that story, Queen Naomi declined, okay? And that cleansing has been pending. From time to time, they bring it up, telling Ooni of Ife that Tadenikawo needed to have done his yearly cleansing. As a son of a prince, they said they are supposed to do his yearly cleansing every year. And that was why Oni was worried that some of the things that they're supposed to be doing to prepare Tadenikawo for the future, for the tax ahead, is not being done by virtue of the fact that Queen Naomi is not in the palace. And that was when they started putting fire on Oni of Ife to go and try and collect Tadenikawo from the mother. So right now, this year now, that same Ifa priest who, inside the palace of the Ooni of Ife, they said there are about 40 Ifa priests who are there. And a lot of them are so into money. And Ooni of Ife is aware. They say sometimes he will try and streamline them, some will go, but new ones will come. And when these women start giving them dollars, they'll forget the reason why they are there. Of course, right now we know that the economic situation is not even favorable. So everybody is looking for where they can eat from. So right now, they say one of those Ifa priests started again that it's time for them to bring Tadenikawo into the palace for cleansing. And now, as we are hearing it, Ooni of Ife is making sure that he takes, counsel from Ifa priests who are coming from, South America, all these Yoruba, these Ifa priests who are really vested in the Yoruba tradition, Ifa tradition and Ifa religion. So right now, they say one that walked into the palace. They said that he had come to visit the Ooni of Ife, and he now went to Benin Republic to visit another king, and now came back and he's traveling from Nigeria. Then immediately he walked into the palace, he told Ooni of Ife that cleansing should not be done for Tadenikawo until the wives have left the palace. That right now you can't trust the water, you can't trust the leaves, you cannot trust the air, you cannot trust anything with Tadenikawo in the palace of the Ooni of Ife. That no matter what they say to the Ooni of Ife, that they are going to cook stories. They are going to say all sorts of things. That Ooni should reject any cleansing for Tadenikawo. That nothing will happen. Nothing will touch Tadenikawo and nothing will touch the royal palace. That let Tadenikawo return back to the palace with the mother when it is time for the mother to return back. As long as those women are still in the palace, Ooni should not allow any of these people do cleansing for Tadenikawo. That he himself, who is even talking right now, if they bring Tadenikawo for him to do cleansing, that he will not do it because he does not trust any of those components that they will put together to do that cleansing. That the women are really, really trying so hard to cause mayhem for the Ooni of Ife. That Ooni needs to be very, very careful, especially with that Tadenikawo, because they are under the impression that the reason why Ooni loves Queen Naomi so much is because of Tadenikawo. They feel that if Tadenikawo had not been there, Ooni would have forgotten Queen Naomi a long time ago. And that is why they are ready to do anything that is within their power to ensure that they get Queen Naomi out of the way. And they know that if they do anything to Tadenikawo, that is going to break Queen Naomi. Queen Naomi will never, ever recover from it. Ooni should decline any arrangement of doing any cleansing. Nothing will happen to Tadenikawo. Nothing will happen to Olori Naomi. Nothing will happen to the Ooni of Ife. Nothing will happen to the royal stool. Nothing will happen to the royal family. That no matter what they say, Ooni should never agree. Now, the cleansing, they said, is a royal thing that is supposed to be done for the first son of every king. Every year, traditionally, it is required that they bring the boy forward to do his royal cleansing. I do know that a lot of us will come here and say, Nami is born again, and this is a. Oni is a traditionalist, and that is his first son. The word of God says, give to Caesar what is of Caesar, and give to God what is of God. Nobody should tell you that Tadenikawo does not need to do any cleansing and all of that. Let me tell you something. No matter how you look at it, that is where Tadenikawo comes from. That is his root. And traditionally, they must prepare him really for the task ahead. And that is what he needs to do. So this is something that is necessary, okay, for Tadenikawo. But then the Ifa priest is saying, you will do it at your own time, do it when the mother is here, do it when these women leave the palace. That when they leave the palace, they are going to take some of their energy out of the palace, and Tadenikawo will be okay, and Tadenikawo will be free. I wanted to bring you this update. I'm going to bring you more. I appreciate you so much. Thank you.